I'm
Yeah,
just
how you
joking.
doing?
What's up, Anthony? Yo, the
I'm
stream
good.
just started. What's up, everyone?
Yo,
Jordan, Anthony, Mochi, man, making a debut. What's good, everyone?
Yeah.
What's good? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
fine, thanks.
I'm good.
that that's a
Y'all
short
sound.
ass answer,
I'm
bro.
saying y'all sound so low and just so sad.
Bruh, I'm lit as fuck right now.
I can tell you are.
Oh shit.
You probably been doing the guys know what. You
Oh my
probably been
god.
smoking and drinking all day. Knowing you.
Oh shit. I'm doing it right now.
Oh
Hey,
my
but
God. But
shit, y'all seen the title? We were talking about the Shichibukai. Of course,
yeah.
all
Nice.
of them, all the new.
Uh,
Hopefully, we get some good
No, we're talking.
discussions out of this.
We're talking old and new. Like I was want to just have just a. I want to do like one of the things is I want to do something where like we just have a whole discussion about different parts of One Piece, like or the different parts of One Piece, like the supernovas, warlords, Yonko, admirals, or marines, whatever. Just discussing and see again. I just want to see reviews on. You know what I'm saying? What again? Power level, their importance, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So if I can start out, like just go down the road. What do y'all all think or what how y'all feel about the warlords as far as like their place in the story?
Go ahead, Anthony.
Who, me?
Hey,
No.
no, go ahead, Mochi.
I,
Hmm?
What do you think about the Shichibukai and like how they place in the story, basically? Nani?
You talking to me? Is it
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Oh,
get like
it's
your
open. Yeah,
thoughts.
yeah, it's
yeah.
open.
I don't think they're gonna be in the story after the time skip. I don't think they're really relevant
Really?
You would think so? Why not?
because we have Yonkers, we have the commanders and stuff now. So I was like, where do they
I
fit in?
mean,
Other than Mihawk, who else fits in?
I mean, even still, they're still talking about them as like a prominent power in the verse. Whenever Big Mom and Kaido had their talk, the vice admirals were saying we should send out either the admirals or the seven warlords. In my eyes,
Right.
All right.
saying that they put them on the same caliber, which is blasphemous, of course, but still, like there's like some big names there.
I see it like unless Fujitora and Vegapunk do something about the Shishibukai, because they said how they want to get
Oh
rid of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Other
We,
than
we'll get into that.
I don't really see anything. I don't see anything else with them inside the story.
I mean,
Yeah.
even among the Shichibukai, there are like some prominent people. You have Boa Hancock. Boa Hancock can probably win versus any man in the story,
I'm
basically.
saying then we got Weevil. I mean, Weevil's supposed to be, coming in at some point in time and doing his thing. Like he's a prominent. He actually has a prominent role.
Oh my
That's
God! Come
like
on, Jordan. Weevil
no,
is
he
shit.
listen. I don't care how you feel
Come
about
on.
Weevil. Listen. One, she's not trash. She's actually straight. Hey, he got Kizaru shook, so he
What,
catching
bro?
somebody.
Get the fuck out of
He
here!
got
You went against
yeah.
the allied captains.
Hey,
Them niggas are
listen, like I
trash as
said,
fuck.
he got Kiz. Hey, Kizaru got him. Hey, Kizaru shook. So hey, it don't matter. Okay, hey, we got Kizaru shook, and this man's supposed to be doing something with Wano in this arc. Wano arc. On the way it is, he's probably gonna either fight Marco, might bite Marco, whatever. But he's
Body
probably gonna.
Marco,
Yeah, he
bruh.
might bite Marco.
Look, Marco is trash, but not to that level, bro. Get the fuck out of here
Hey,
with that
Marco not
bullshit.
trash. Hey, Marco not trash, but still, like I say, we were just that dude. Hey, Kizaru said he is similar to a young white beard. So take it as you may.
I don't know. Young Whitebeard didn't make it to the parking throne. Just saying. And nigga
He didn't
wasn't
want.
that good.
I mean, he didn't want that. He saw him. He didn't care for it. He wanted a family, so he didn't care for all that Pirate King stuff.
And I don't know. That to me sounds just like a phony excuse or some shit. But that's just me again. I don't know, bro.
Of
But
course,
okay,
to
okay.
each other.
Let's get into the meat of it. Who would you say is the strongest Shichibukai aside from the obvious answer of Mihawk?
Boy,
You'd say Hancock?
I got boy. That's the strongest.
I might
same.
agree. Yeah, Hancock definitely is something else, bro. She got all types of hockey, I think. Yeah, she
Yeah,
fended off
she has
Smoker.
all through hockey. Yeah, she has all through
Yeah,
hockey.
yeah,
She can
observation
she
and yeah.
yeah
So that
she can
speaks
fight
something about her.
downstairs, and and her fruit is kind of hacksish
Yeah,
because
yeah.
plays on desire. Not so. If you got any kind of like desire, you will.
I mean, if
You
you're
will
sexually active, then you're lost
pretty much.
immediately. Yeah. So.
Can the desire
Go
work
ahead.
on like someone like Kaido or something? And Jack?
I mean, even Kaido got desires such as wanting to fend off sadness by drinking alcohol and shit. I'd say yes in a way. Like he has to desire a woman or something at some point. And even still, like she could turn people into stone just by touching them. There isn't a need for a desire to be there because she was attacking someone from behind in Marineford and they were turned into stone. So that's that. Her fruit is really hatched.
But when it comes to Haki for the Warlords, when it comes to Haki, we haven't seen much because we saw most of them pre-time skip. Well, Haki was not really. We didn't know what Haki was back then.
Yeah. I mean, with Hancock, we know because
we saw it, but you saw it kind of with Boa and her sister. We saw it Boa. And
they had hockey for sure, and it was said to be hockey, like armament hockey, and they had observation hockey as well because her sister Mary Gold was able to dodge Luffy's attacks while her eyes were closed. They said that's like mantra from Skypiea, which is the same thing. But even still, you had fodder characters in Amazon lately who had strong armament hockey, which was I mean, that was shook at the beginning because you know, of course, like Oda had to write it that way because Amazon Lily and the whole barbaric women there and that plot and whatever he was going with it there. And then all of a sudden we had Boa Hancock, who was portrayed to be like this goddess. But like Mochi Man said, after the time skip, a lot of the hype and the clout per se that was around the Shichibukai was kind of dying, aside from Mihawk, for some reason.
I'm assuming now because Quick King are pretty simple post skip. If I had to break them down, I would say Mihawk is an armament observation type of user. Armor observation, Boa as all three. Let's see here who's still one. Law, as we've seen, has armament and a little bit of observation. A little bit. I'm assuming Weevil is going to be armament, and that's about it.
Yeah. The only Shichibukai that was kind of disappointing was Moria. Yeah. I mean, like you see, even in Marineford, Moria was still able to get up, and he was basically fine towards the end of the fight. And then Doflamingo said that I need to dispose of you, as per orders of higher up. So I mean, he was still in full power, but even then they saw him as someone who'd hinder the pace of Shichibukais. Yeah. So I'd say Moria doesn't have any armament hockey or any type of hockey, to be honest.
I don't know, because my thing is that the story literally says he was equal with Kaido. It literally says he was equal with Kaido at one point in time. So he is a bit disappointed just for the fact that if he can fight with Kaido, who a lot of people
I don't know how that would go right now. I mean, they said they were rivals, but I just see it as a one-sided rivalry, to be honest.
No, they say they fought equally. I have to depend on it. They say that they actually fought equal.
But in what way, bro? Like, okay, well, let's just put it this way. If Kaido was strong enough to be 20 years ago to be rivaling Odin and his faction, then how strong must Moria be? Is he like Roger's crew level of strong, or I don't know, because that's how Kaido was at least strong back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, until we know how strong Kaido was when they were younger or whatever, we won't know. So you just gotta go off Kaido now. Yeah. So if I assume he's somewhere near Kaido, if he's anywhere near Kaido now, old Moria, I'll have to say he has to be up there. But the story says a lot of different things. But I don't know. It's just weird with Moria, just because he said back then he was as strong as Kaido, but then he just got trashed because he was depressed.
Yeah. I mean, do you see him coming back in Wano?
I don't see him coming back, but I would like for him to come back. I think
the only purpose I'd say he'd serve in Wano is probably just talk about some weakness that Kaido has, because he's been fighting Kaido for a long time. Other than that, I don't see him coming back serving any purpose, to be honest.
I agree with that. I agree. Let's see here. He could say. My thing is he could serve a purpose if he comes back, as far as giving information about Kaido and having a whole backstory about that, and also I guess seeing what he's been up to. Because he see what he's been doing, he could probably have like something that helps with the overall story as far as like some kind of information. So he could have a purpose. It just
Yeah.
depends on how they're using them.
And there's also like the weird nut that is Marshall D. Teach. That nigga came out of nowhere with no background, with no nothing, and just his initial plan. He was back in what was it called, Lockdown. He said, I'm just gonna get a pirate with 100 million berry bounty and take him to the Marines and become a Shichibukai. I mean, how many 100 million pirates, 100 million berry pirates are roaming around? And if that's the case, then anyone can become a Shichibukai at this point.
Pretty much.
That's kind of weird. I mean, that was just the inconsistencies at the beginning of the series in comparison to now. But that's that.
Yeah. Let's see. Go down list. So let's go ahead and talk about. Let's go ahead to get him out the way because I don't feel like staying along with him. What's your opinion, thoughts on Mihawk, son? Because I know we all know that we all believe he's the strongest warlord, and with these new Vivid Card data book information, we all I guess it kind of hypes him up to where he was at least with swordsmanship. We don't know about overall fighter, but at least as a swordsman, he was clashing equally with Shanks and bested Shanks, or either he bested them or they tied in terms of swordsmanship. So it's one of the two. So just so I actually ask you, do you think that puts him on level with Yonko with just his sword skills only?
Oh fuck no!
What we know?
Fuck no! Hell no, bro. For one, to be a Yonko, you need to have territory, and that's what's been said from the get-go, from the beginning. A Yonko has that territory.
No. I mean just fighting prowess.
Oh, you mean like
not just
level?
Just
like
yeah, just
like
as a fighter.
level.
So not adding in like territory influence, so just as a fighter. Do you think he's like as a fighter? He's like Yonko. Can you fight with Yonko as just like 1v1 as a fighter? Can you fight with like Big Mom, Kaido, Shanks, and Blackbeard right now?
Bro, I don't know. Seeing how strong Big Mom is, and potentially her being not even the strongest one, I don't even think anyone in the verse can come even close to them. I don't know about Shanks. I really don't know where to put Shanks in, to be honest, power wise, because he lost the hand, and I don't like the argument of he lost the hand, but he's still strong. He's still on the same level, because that's a hand. That's still something, and he lost it to a Sea King. Big Mom was being attacked over and over and over by strongest attacks that are city levels basically, and nothing happened to her.
I think
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, the whole thing of the Sea King here taking his hand, I think that was just for the story, just for like something like
but still,
just for like the beginning.
It's still established in the series. Yeah, people will be saying he got an armament hockey arm. That shit is weird.
Listen, the hockey arm exists.
Hey, fuck you, Jordan.
Hassan, listen, don't feel serious about the hockey arm. Hockey arm exists. He has a hockey arm. He's not gonna sit here and say that to be any different.
Fuck you in this theory, bro. This shit makes no sense.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Did you say hockey arm?
Yes, hockey arm. Shanks has a whole hockey arm. Yes, Silvers. I said this man by sheer will can sprout a new arm made of nothing but hockey. And body everybody.
Wait. Nani?
The hockey arm exists.
Wait, don't you think it's possible that
a hockey arm?
Oh my god!
Your voice is low a bit. Get the mic close.
Low.
That's better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Bruh, a hockey arm though?
Bro, niggas be
Silvers. This is my one thing where I can at least have a little bit of fun and have it, some kind of creative imagination with this. He has a hockey arm.
Go ahead, and then from then, where do you go? Like, how even him having a hockey arm, how does he pit against the betrayal that we had with Big Mom? That's what I want to know.
I can tell you, I don't know, because he hasn't done much besides just show up and just exert his will. That's all he's done. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you. I can tell you how. From what we see with the Fat Mama, I don't know how Shanks fights her.
Yeah,
I don't think
God King himself. It's just that A hockey arm?
Listen,
I've never heard that theory before.
yes,
Does he
the
need a
hockey
hockey
arm. Now, granted, this thing again. People say it does other crazy stuff, and I'm not gonna troll that hard, but I will say that I think it's possible he could have a hockey arm.
Nah, but
Like,
it
he could
is
have a whole
possible.
hockey arm.
Is he grown? Is it like a phantom limb that it's there but you don't see it? Is it like
No,
like
it's so
no arm?
it's something like, again, put like this, because again, this is all Hickman, of course. I'm assuming that Shanks's will is so strong that he can materialize an arm full of hockey. Yes.
But does he need a hockey arm?
I mean, look, bro. Either way, like, he lost an arm. You can't possibly convince me.
I mean, I kind of want Brooke to be able to like solidify his soul so he can attack and shit. And pretty much, if I can think of that, then a hockey arm isn't really that far fetched.
But I don't know. But here's the thing, though.
Brooke has the soul to me.
I mean, solidifying a soul, like a specter, like specter's an actual thing.
Right.
Is it me or Silver's mic low?
Silver's mic is low, yeah. It's low, man.
Still coming in.
Hey, we got Logan in this bitch.
Logan?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, bro? In the game, gonna be answered.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yo.
Hear you.
Decided to join the stream because it's around the time that I'm actually awake. Thank you guys for streaming now.
No problem.
Of course.
Hey, we're out here doing favors for the Europeans as well. Hey, fuck the US.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, but anyway.
Hey, whoa. Fuck the US.
Whoa. But no, real quick, because I know everybody's chopping in. The main thing we talk about really just the Warlords, and also on power scale on, try to be a little cancerous. But just to ask all y'all that just hopped in, what are y'all thoughts about the Warlords, their importance to the story, as far as what you think their role is in the grand scheme of the story?
Originally, when I first got into One Piece, I thought they were like in-game villains until Luffy actually took out Crocodile, and I came to realize that, okay, these guys aren't all that threatening. And then the Marineford War happened, and now looking at all of them as a collective, I'm starting to believe that either they're antagonists throughout the series that are hurdles for Luffy and the crew to eventually overcome. Some of them may be allies, i.e. Boa, Jinbei. I guess you could say Crocodile, Law.
Might be antagonist for a while again.
But in the terms of like overall strength,
What's up?
excluding Buggy, even though I know people love to meme.
Because he's a freaking god.
Fuck that, bro.
No.
My point exactly. My point exactly.
Wait, hold on, wait. We get to it. We'll get to it.
I do believe that the Warlords are no less than, like, if the Warlords were to be placed in an Emperor's crew, they'd be no less than top tiers. Like, they'd be the Ovens and at the very least, Ovens and Daifukus of the crew.
But here's the thing, bro. The thing, though, like we were saying at the beginning, back in chapter 904, I think, or 905, I think, the vice admirals when they were talking about the potential force that they needed to send to Big Mom and Kaido, they said the admirals or the warlords. So they're putting him on the same caliber as the admirals, which speaks something about them.
I mean, when they say we either send the admirals or the warlords, you also have to take into account the numbers. They're sending 3 admirals versus 7. Well, as of right now, it's like 5 warlords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you also have to look at the Marineford War. When they were going up against another emperor, they called in the admirals and the warlords.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, like Whitebeard had the fleet with him. Although they were not that strong or as strong as we thought of them to be, they were.
Well, I think that was just because of where they were portrayed in the story. Because if look at Dory and Broggy. I love using these using them as an example. Yeah, shout out to shout out to the channel. Dory and Bragi, where they were shown in the series, giants, like they're supposed to be like legendary giant captains, but they weren't all that impressive from where they were shown in the story. But I guarantee if they were to come back into the story right now, they would be splitting islands most likely. These are supposed to be some legendary people.
Yeah.
I just think it just has to do with where they were portrayed in the story. Like during the Marineford War, hockey wasn't really all that established, so Oda couldn't really, showcase characters who used it or who are like actual top tiers with it. But I guarantee if these same characters were to come to the story now, they would be doing stuff that made what they did at Marineford look like child's play.
Yeah, and that's how I see like Wano surpassing Marineford anyway. If there's a war that'll break out potentially, and we get to see, at least we should have something about the Grand Fleet.
You have to imagine that a war is going to break out because you already have the forces that's massing against Kaido. You have the potential of Big Mom showing up. You have the potential of the Marines showing up, and on top of it, the news has let out that Big Mom is coming to Wano, and she's going after Luffy, and Kaido is aiming at Luffy. You have to imagine the Grand Fleet also got that news, and they're not just gonna let their quote-unquote big boss get taken out.
Yeah.
How's the Grand Fleet gonna get there?
I just hope Wano isn't like a clusterfuck that Marineford was. Like
it might be. I mean, it could be even worse, bro.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. I mean, that's no other thing is I just want it to be because again, off of hype. It's off this hype. It's supposed to be big in Marineford, so I would expect it to be a clusterfuck. I would expect that.
You guys are talking about the Warlords?
Yeah.
This is from the Warlords.
Hey Mo, what's up, bitches?
Oh yeah, what's good too? Also to Black Luffy, you know what I'm saying? BDA VC representative, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for blessed us with your presence.
Can you, Jordan?
Y'all talking about the Warlords, or are you talking about Wano?
We're talking about the Warlords, but we just straight, the BDA effect.
Jordan,
yeah, that was my fault.
No.
Can you stop saying you can go to San Diego, bro? Nobody's going to San Diego.
I am.
I am going to San Diego. Yo, motherfucker, I'm flying continents to be in San Diego. You're better.
That's July.
You're going to LA? Are you going to LA though?
Me, no, I want San Diego. That's a big con.
I mean, might as well.
But bro, how you gonna go to San Diego but not go to LA, Jordan?
Because I'm going to LA. Plus, I already planned it out with other dudes to go to San Diego. But that's after the stream. No, that's after the stream. Anywho, anywho, Black Luffy or Black Luffy Martin, Logia. Y'all thoughts on the Warlords and their importance?
Okay.
Like their roles.
Before we get into that, like who here thinks that Mihawk isn't the strongest Chichibukai?
You said isn't?
Yeah.
It's not.
So we unanimously say that he is.
Yeah. I don't think he is.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Until we see more from Weeble, I'm going with he's definitely the strongest.
But matchups matter.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Honest the truth, like if in a fight between all of them, I think Boa wins.
I agree. See, I agree on that, bro.
I always hate how some people never mention Boa as the top Warlords. They always mention Mihawk.
But wait. If you do this again, if you want to say this, what does Boa have?
She has.
She
has all three. Yeah, she had all three.
And she can everyone. Bro, we were just talking about how hacks her devil fruit is. Like she can turn people into stone, even if you're not enchanted by her. If she touches you, you're becoming stone.
All right, look, taking. Oh, go ahead.
Wasn't she gonna pull up on Aokiji too during the war, but Marco got to him first?
Yeah,
she was.
So you can't just pull up. Well, you could, but I don't think Bo's like just gonna pull up to an admiral and not be able to do nothing to him.
She was literally walking through pacifistas at Marineford, which at that point in the story, not even Luffy could do.
Like in a one-on-one fight with Mihawk, I think she has some. I think she can win like 6 or 7 out of 10.
I agree.
Bartholomew Kuma
She has
aside,
range attacks besides
Bro,
just
even
like
Kuma,
having
like
close combat.
she has agility. She could
She
jump
got
high.
we
She's
call it
stretching
mid
her
range, I
finger, bro.
guess.
That
Not
shit is
really
Wait,
lit.
long range.
like
does she have awakening?
Hold on, wait. Say about Luffy. Say it again.
I'm saying she got like mid range, not really long range. She got mid range game and close range. Like
But she
she's
still
master of
has like
all the hockeys. So I think she can compete and she can win majority of that matchup. And then against all of them, I think
Yeah.
I think she's Power Queen level. I'm gonna be honest. I think she's
Pirate
like already.
Amen.
Nah, I
Amen.
like,
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm
it's
with it.
called the
Hey,
Pirate Empress.
I'm with it. I'm with
yeah,
it. Hey, you gotta say, I'm with it.
Like,
But here's the thing, though, bro. Like she, even in long range, she had the slave arrows back in when she
slave arrows,
when
pistol.
when she defended Luffy versus in the Return to Sabaody. She shot the marine battleship long away, from miles away, and she
yeah.
still.
Like people want to talk about the hacks that Luffy has. Like she gonna be that plot hack.
Yeah, low key. I would say low key. She does low key have the best. If you want to say, I guess at any fighter we've seen, kind of, she has kind of the best overall like fighting,
Portrayal.
repertoire. Like she
Boa
can
Hancock,
do long
Devil.
range, mid range, close range, and it's all lethal.
All right, Devil Fruit aside, looking at Boa Hancock's history, the like being born in the Kuja, you're raised from birth to be a warrior. You have to defend yourself, and at a young age, she was already on the Kuja pirate ship, something that we didn't see any other character in the series do until after the time skip. Margaret wasn't a part of the Kuja pirates until after the time skip. I'm guessing they had to prove themselves on that island. Power is beauty. You have to be strong in order to be considered beautiful, and she is the most beautiful of all of every single one of them. She was raised from birth to be a warrior. Devil Fruit aside, she's already broken as hell, and then throw in her Devil Fruit
And hockey.
And
Bro,
yeah, hockey on top of that.
Talking about Margaret, she was strong enough to shatter boulders with her hockey, let alone Kid Hancock, which was stronger.
You guys need to get Boa's pussy out of your mouth, bro.
Hey, hell no.
Hell no.
Who is this talking? Wait, who's this talking right now? Who's this talking right now? Okay, all right. All right, Mo. You know what, Mo? You gotta talk. You talking shit right now. Why is Mo not good at you?
No. I'm just playing. That was a joke. That was a joke.
That's what I know.
Anyway, I dove in and I'm loving it.
So right now, I guess go down the line just right now. If you had to say Boa versus Mihawk, who wins the most out of 10 fights? Who wins?
Mihawk.
I'd say Hancock would win 6 out of 10 times.
We haven't seen enough Hancock.
Yeah.
I would give it to Mihawk.
In what way though? Like, what is Mihawk doing?
Again, that's the thing. Let's say, what is he shown? What does he have that would put him on Boa? What we know of?
I mean, that tsunami, like the ice tsunami thing, is probably the best feat out of all the Shichibukai.
Yeah, I was about to say. All right, look, between Boa and Hancock, it's a good matchup.
Best feat.
It's a good matchup between Boa and Hancock because we haven't seen much of either one of them. So, looking at the feats that we do have from them, yes, Boa was walking through pacifistas, but you also have to look at how much damage she was doing to him. Yeah, she was breaking cyborg necks, but Mihawk cut an ice tsunami in half over I don't even know how you would be able to measure that because artists do their own thing, but yeah, he did that with a casual swing. A casual swing.
Can I ask a question real quick?
He has been casual. He has been casual. So
go ahead.
Can I ask a question? All right, so I'm still kind of like, I don't know on this subject, but when people say that the swing at Whitebeard was casual, how do you guys feel about that? Because I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know about casual. Whitebeard?
I think it was. I believe it was.
No. I'd say that is his strongest swing ever because he said he wanted to test where his level hits against Whitebeard's. So
that's Snake Lane.
I don't think so.
But I do
think if he was trying to, he would have. This is me. I believe he can cut diamond. So in my opinion,
I believe if he was putting more effort, he could have actually killed.
He would have cut the whole island in half.
No. I don't think.
But then again, like Jozu was strong, bro.
More durable. I'm pretty sure Whitebeard is more durable than Diamond Jozu because Diamond Jozu is not the one who.
But see,
Whitebeard.
Hold up.
Not durable at all.
Jozu, if you go back to the panels,
he was stronger than Diamond Jozu
bro,
at that point.
No, bro. He might have been more durable because of his monstrously body, but Jozu, pick up the iceberg that was bigger than the island of Marineford. They showed the panel, and the iceberg that he threw was covering the entire island. That's how big it was in the manga. So Jozu is really strong. That's why people are down on the slash that Mihawk threw against Whitebeard because Jozu just fended it off like nothing. But still, let's speak something on both of them.
I mean, but that's going back to what I said before. The artist's interpretation is subjective because how could he pick up an iceberg that was bigger than the island that he was on when the bay wasn't bigger than the island?
Yeah. But then I don't know, but like I said,
to be fair though, I mean that slash that Mihawk did probably was like very casual.
It was top tier at least.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was. I think it's casual. I'm sorry. In my mind, it was a casual slash. Granted, I could be wrong. We could all be wrong, but I think it was
because
casual.
the sheer wind pressure of Mihawk shooting a slash should have destroyed the mountain.
But don't you think that if Mihawk used
it's not truly mountain level because it didn't destroy it. I don't want to be that guy. I'm just saying.
In my opinion, the slash wasn't casual. Oh, nah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you good. You going. Go ahead. I'm
sorry. In my opinion, the slash wasn't casual, but it wasn't his absolute over the top. I'm about to cut this island in half type slash. He put effort into it, but I don't think it was the strongest he's ever done. Yes, he did say I want to test how far I am from this man, but I don't think he was going Deadpool maximum effort, Saitama serious punch.
Right.
I agree with that.
But if you're
this nigga HCB is dumb, bro. Nigga said, "Oh, Mihawk can cut ice. I can cut ice."
but out of those 10 fights against him and Boa, I think Mihawk wins 7 times out of 10.
Wait, people was arguing. I just came here. People was arguing that Boa wouldn't lose to Mihawk.
Yeah, of course, bro. She is hacked. Like you have to wrap your head around how strong she is.
She's weaker than Luffy now.
Like best swordsman does not mean you're automatically good in every match.
I don't think that. I think he lose to Shanks, even though I think Mihawk has more swordsmanship skills. I don't think he's like the strongest around, but Boa, she's super strong too.
Bro, but here's the thing: if there's any character to beat Boa, looking at how hacks her powers are, I'd say just any strong female, Big Mom, someone of that caliber. Smoothie would lose. I mean, Smoothie, bro. Okay,
I feel like that would
let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this, bro. Smoothie, Smoothie had the Straw Hat ship right before her eyes, and she was waiting for an oven to jump and do something while she was right there, and she was just pointing out what they were doing. She is trash.
Where's that son? I'm sorry. Where's the boy? I'm sorry.
Z-Boy, go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he muted his mic.
Go ahead.
All I was gonna say was that doesn't equal power. That's just bad portrayal. But yeah,
yeah.
I mean, that's bad decision making as well by
No, actually, what's the thing? What Hassan? I say, oh, say yes. He literally said he didn't know what to do with her. He literally said he did say he know what to do with her. He said like her power would be too much. Like he literally had her to beg her because like her power would be too much. Say with Mondor, he literally said Mondor could be his own villain in the story. So like Oda, you can tell Oda like kind of scale back
like I know you'd probably be salty about that, Hassan, but I just feel like he already beat Cracker, he beat Katakuri. Big Mom kind of looked a little bit subpar sometimes, and then if Smoothie gets beat too, like Luffy literally ran through the 3 commanders. the Yonko, a lot of people were upset with some of the stuff that was happening about that. I mean,
but that's still bad portrayal for the
all
team.
three of them.
Like I said,
yeah, I know.
But still, okay, you think if the Straw Hats are down by Luffy and Zoro and Jinbei, and then Sanji's just gonna back up because he thinks that'll be bad light on the Straw Hat crew? Fuck no! Even though I hate Sanji, to his credit, he would still fight.
I wish that Oda put Smoothie on the island and then Oven in the Navy. That would have been so much better.
I mean, they both were, but see, the thing with Smoothie is like she was strong enough to like she had strong powers basically, especially when we knew that she had the ability to turn into a giant and send them slashes. That was kind of something. But still, like maybe if she was turned into a big, humongous giant, she would have sunk the ship. I see that may be why Oda didn't go too deep with her.
This wasn't relevant.
But then again, bro, I don't know. I don't see Smoothie. I see Smoothie as someone
he falls in the ocean. One bad.
Maybe Oda's trying to.
He falls in the ocean. It's a wrap.
Hey yo, but with that, I gotta get going. Thank you for having me on, bro.
Hey,
yo, Silvers, real quick before you leave, Silvers. I felt you when when you were on that Red Forest podcast and they said this is the best I could do. That was cold, bro.
Hey, shout out to Silvers, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, yo, before I go, controversial opinion. I think Mihawk actually he's on the tier of the Emperors. He just don't have the crew to back it up. I'm out.
That's trash. I don't know, but that one cheese.
Nah. Actually, you know what? Forget it. You know what? I'm about to cancer. What you thought about that? Y'all think? Hey, is Miyagi on that tier? Is he with the big?
Hey, let me just say one thing.
No, he's not.
Go
ahead, Logia.
Mihawk said, that his sword holds no restraint, right? But he couldn't even touch.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
When he was talking about Whitebeard.
Oh, I don't see that, man. I
mean, he wasn't even trying.
No, but still, like he said, I want to restraint.
He said his sword holds no restraint, so
never restraint. Nani?
Yeah, he did say my sword holds no restraint.
He did.
But
maybe he wasn't using haki.
I mean, he obviously had some restraint.
Come on, bro. Okay. Everyone in the Marineford War were saying that Whitebeard is the strongest man in the world. And Mihawk flat out said, I want to measure my power against his. How's he not going to try his damn best when he's saying
so that? So you telling me Mihawk is only mountain level?
You know what it is?
No. Hell no.
It's like Zoro throwing a slash. He might throw his strongest one slash, but that's not his strongest technique.
But like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like he tried to measure his power level versus Whitebeard's, and he failed.
But do you guys think that he was using haki?
Nah.
Okay. Is there haki on slashes? Like we've seen haki on slashes, on flying slashes.
I don't know. I was sword. I don't think we've seen haki on a sword slash. We see haki on a sword. I don't think we've seen haki on a sword slash.
That would be crazy if Josie had it.
Hold on, wait. Say it about Luffy. Say it again about Luffy.
It would be crazy if Josie had the haki to block the strongest one slash from the strongest swordsman. You know what I mean?
He used his devil fruit though. He used his diamond devil fruit.
I mean, Zoro's already shown that flying slashes can be used with haki whenever he's that.
Against who?
Yeah.
Against who?
Monet. You think Cracker can do it? You think a Biscuit?
He didn't use haki versus Monet.
That wasn't haki. We're just killing the time.
You think that Biscuit Soldier can do it?
No. I don't think. I think it has to be attached to your body some way. Like, for example, I was thinking about back a long time ago that Usopp's gonna shoot like hockey bullets, but I think it has to be like attached to your body. Like, he
would be able to shoot hockey bullets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can shoot hockey bullets.
Yeah. Huh? But he doesn't have armament yet.
Hold up, that's some headcanon there, bro. They shoot sea prism stone bullets, not hockey bullets. I don't know how weird that came from, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The bullets you're touching the gun, and the hockey transfers to the bullet.
And then the bullets, when they lose their hockey, they lose their hockey once they get away from you.
It's just like it makes sense.
Here's the thing: even Katakuri, hold on. Even Katakuri, who has second level armament hockey, he couldn't launch a mochi attack with hockey that was detached to his body, i.e., the grilled mochi. That didn't have hockey.
Well,
so
I mean, I don't.
Like, here's the thing.
That was his Delphi. That was an distinction of himself.
But still, bro, like Katakuri has the strongest armament hockey portrayal so far in the series. He has the second level of armament hockey, which no one's shown us so far, and he didn't do that. Who's gonna do that?
Well, look, if Usopp, well, this is about Usopp being able to shoot hockey-coated bullets, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
So the Kuja were able to shoot hockey-covered arrows. I don't see why Usopp would be able to shoot hockey-covered bullets because he's holding. He's holding what's it called?
I sent it in Discord.
He's able to hold the slingshot.
Wait, who shot?
The Amazon early goes.
Yeah. With the blonde girl, what's the name of the blonde girl? Margaret. Yeah, I think, or one of the ones chasing him.
Yeah, Margaret.
I think it loses power depending on how long it's out of reach.
That sounds reasonable.
I forgot someone that shot armored hockey arrows. I remember that.
But then again, bro, okay, going back to the slash thing, because arrows are tangible things. Slashes, I don't know about that one, bro.
I mean, I think
I think the slash itself won't like be black or nothing, but I think since you put more power into the sword by making it armament, they'll make the slash stronger.
Like I think it's still connected to the attack, and that's why it still works with hockey.
Yeah,
but it's not like Kizaru started shooting his laser beams and shit. Like I don't think he'd be able to use hockey with that.
Oh no!
He got like black. He got black light beams. That'd be fire.
Hey, but what do y'all think about what's his name? Jinbei. I don't see Jinbei being on that same level.
Yeah,
as
I think
the top tier.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. See, this is.
I already think he's like on. I'm not the top tier, but just mid.
Like I'm saying, on the tier of Kuma, pre-surgery Kuma, and Mihawk and Boa potentially.
Never
man. I don't see how though. This is my thing. I don't see how. This is my thing. When we see Jinbei, he's always showing a positive light as far as his fighting prowess. As far as besides the Kano stuff and Marineford, Jinbei and you could say kind of Big Mom when she knocked him into the water. He hasn't really struggled much in a lot of fights. Granted, he has fought her, but he hasn't really had a bad showing per se. And like I said, he was able to knock back, a hungry, cake crazed Big Mom.
Yeah.
So I think Big Mom. Again, my opinion, I think Jinbei's up there with the pre-surgery Kuma, Boa, Mihawk. I think he's up there. In my opinion, I believe he's up there.
Yeah, maybe because I was just thinking about them in matchup from a matchup viewpoint, and matchups do matter in a way. But even still, I think Jinbei would be able to take out most of the people he's fighting so far.
Do you guys think that Jinbei and Ace are strong as each other on the same level?
They would have to be stay tied, even though Ace got up first.
So that was like
when he was a rookie.
Ace, yeah, he was young back then.
No. Ace had the bounty of no, he didn't have the bounty of 550 million back then. But he was they sent him. The world government had already sent him the Shichibukai invitation.
Yeah, he wasn't new. Like he wasn't new to this. Like he'd been out for a little bit before he fought Jinbei.
Jinbei, for me, I wouldn't put him as strong as the Mihawk,
the higher tier,
Dofi and Boa, but I would have him right below them.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. But then again, like Kuma, it's such a shame that his death fruit is like now it's just dull because it's in his body and his kind of dead, but not really. Who knows? That's a loss to the One Piece series, at least. It was a great power. Especially back in Thriller Bark when people were freaking out about when Kuma showed up and his powers were shown.
I think I need to go.
Alright, peace, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming through.
Nice
Hey,
to
thanks for coming, pal. Thanks for coming through.
Alright. Thanks.
Hey, but Logia, how do you feel about people with Logia powers against the Warlords? How would they
The Warlords?
Yeah. You think they'd have the edge or not?
That's a nice question. Nah, I don't think they would, you know. Actually, nah. We've seen a few Wallers that can use Haki. It depends what Logia fruit they're using.
Yeah.
That they're up against, I mean.
That's a big spectrum because you have Logia users like the
NO.
what's that mud dude?
And
Caribou.
Oh, Caribou.
You
Nah, but you guys think that NO could like beat any of the Warlords? So I think he's
yes. Listen, for me, I honestly, and this will sound bad to y'all, but to me, I think he actually could beat all the Warlords, which is kind of crazy, just because of his power.
Okay, let's look at it this way. Let's
look at
it this way. Back in Skypiea, I would have said that if Enno was in the Blue Sea, he'd have a bounty of 500 million back in Skypiea, and that's around the level of Shichibukai's bounties. So let's say yes, he'd be able to pit against them, probably extreme high diff. I don't know.
To me, it's not even that. It's more so because he is literally electricity. So he has an advantage because he just spam electrical attacks. And
he's broken, to be honest.
So say even if you were to block his attacks, you still feel the effects of electricity.
Bro, and his DC, his DC was crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, that depends on how you take the 500 million berry bounty.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to beat 3 of them. I think Kuma would be able to beat him before he lost his
Al's best feats are pretty much if he has a ship on him.
No, not even that, bro. Whenever he uses his mantra with his devil fruit, he was able to heal people islands away from him. And that's something else, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, in battle, though, it's kind of...
in battle, he's shown he can actually create very powerful electricity. Yes, the ship amplified it, but without the ship, he still can emit very strong lightning attacks.
It's destructive.
The best attack without the ship. And that's pretty much like maybe a little bit smaller. It's a lot smaller than one Nami.
Wait, I'm going to get back right now.
Good, Martin?
You were continuing, Marty?
Oh, freaking that lightning bolt that Nami brought down on Big Mom was bigger than a normal Thor from an L.
I ain't sure about that one, Chief.
Right. It was bigger than the L Thors, but the thing is, Enno can't create bigger L Thors without the ship. But again, the only thing the ship did was just make it to where he just had more voltage. That's it. But by himself, just setting by the ship, he can make bigger attacks.
And it made him be able to breathe with the known. So.
And now, because the thing is, it's just his devil fruit and the mantra. After that, I mean, he can't really fight hand to hand. He doesn't have much.
His durability is not that much.
Actually, it's not true. It's not true. He actually does have great hand skills. He does have it.
But his durability isn't that much, bro.
And then,
it's not that bad though.
I mean, his durability, pretty much everything but his attack potency was on par with Skypiea Luffy.
Yeah,
and then
I know pretty much trash compared to everyone in now. Like,
but then again, Skypiea Luffy was probably able to beat any Shichibukai he set his eyes on. Because we know how
the problem with him was it's just his physical abilities, but his destructive capacity was crazy.
Yeah,
what he could do with his abilities is crazy, and plus Luffy's rubber was really the biggest advantage because he was no different, pretty much everybody.
I think it's like he had zero shot.
Let's just say this: like no different.
I was gonna say this. Besides Aokiji, I feel like he's the strongest guy, antagonist we met. and I feel like he was like second commander level on a Yonko team before
Three-time skip? Three-time skip,
then.
No,
Honestly,
I think the thing is
because of his mantra and because of his devil fruit, he was second commander level in my eyes, right? And now, I honestly now I think he's like top tier, warlord level, if not like first tier, first commander, if not.
I feel like you're overestimating him.
No,
I mean, Hockey would be able to diminish electric attack.
He's just like crazy, and is being a Logia. There's so many factors that made him like a top tier.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
Big
crazy.
Mom pretty much just walked through that lightning like nothing.
But that's Big Mom. Like I'm saying, like you can just count like Yonko or Admirals, he would be right there with the categories, Luffy now, like give up Luffy. I think he would be. I think he would be. I legit think he would be.
Brook is freaking no.
Okay, back then they said Luffy's probably the only one in the world that can counter him, but there's like a bitch ton of people who can beat him right now. Yeah, okay, Karakuri's Mochi doesn't conduct electricity. There's whoever has the wood devil fruit, that's basically effective against him.
Shout out Hashirama Senju.
Hey, if we get some device like Hashirama Senju's cells, shit, bro, that shit.
We're gonna get Roger's cells, and whoever has Roger's cells can get stronger.
Bro, fuck. But anyway, let's continue this Shichibukai talk. Speaking about, well, who do y'all think?
Hold on. I'm not. Hold up. Real quick, I feel like Enel would dominate the Grand Line, but once he got to the New World, I don't think he'd be able to do a lot there. I feel like he'd have to stay there for a couple years and get stronger. Cause I know it's easy to get off the Devil Fruit. Like Kuma's is so strong, Enel's is so strong, but you can't forget that Devil Fruit is the only thing you can have. You need their ability. You need a Hockey, but he only has observation though. You need oh no, he is fast. You need to be able to be strong. He's not that strong. His durability is pretty weak. I feel like he'd get one-shotted against the commanders, like somebody like Dofi or
Brook would one-shot him.
I mean, yeah, if Brook had Hockey.
Because the moment you coach your hand in Hockey, I don't feel like he'd be able to take a lot of blows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think Enel now gets one shot?
Hold on, wait. This is my thing because this happens with a lot of people that Luffy fights. I'm not gonna sit here and say durability is trash because I'm pretty sure in an actual fight that's not involving Luffy, he actually lasts a long period of time. Same with Crocodile or Katakuri or Dofi.
Well, the thing is, the reason why I say that is because he was big chilling in the sky, bro. Nobody was challenging him to anything. Nobody.
Same with Katakuri. Same with Dofi. Same with
but Katakuri's in the trenches though. He's been in the New World. So he got the
beat. Katakuri got beat by 12 punches. If you count it, you got beat by Luffy like 12, 13 punches.
That's Luffy, though. That's Luffy.
You gotta even it out. Like with Enel, he had his destructive capabilities, and that was it. With Katakuri, he had speed, he had his foresight, he had his attack potency.
Katakuri could create the destructive too. You said this man could.
He's awakened. Like anyone with awakening is definitely.
Let me ask you something. I think current Enel is like commander level.
Does pre-time skip Enel beat Cracker?
No.
Hell no.
I think
bro, who is fucking with this nigga? Who is taking electric vote?
Bang, go listen to this. This nigga Cracker had an endless army at his disposal.
Doesn't matter.
And they were all stronger than pacifistas.
Actually, you know what?
In what way it doesn't matter, bro? Each soldier was stronger than a pacifista.
Enel can stay in the sky and then just spam fucking thunder down from the sky.
What's that doing to Cracker?
What is Cracker doing to Cracker?
His armament hockey is so strong. It was disgusting.
But hold on. Wait. I'm gonna ask a question to all y'all, and this is a question that needs to be answered. because honestly, people think have hockey mixed up. For me, hockey does not take away the effects of any attacks. So it may maybe it's like armor, but if you get shocked, you get shocked still. If you get poisoned,
no, you're not.
Poison still.
I feel like it reduces the pain.
It reduces the damage because
it renders devil fruits. It renders Loki and devil fruits specifically unable to affect people. Jinbei was able to touch Akainu without anything. Bro, Jinbei's hands were clean. Jinbei's hands were clean as fuck after.
But bro, the thing about it is. Only thing about that though, Hassan, is this motherfucker's observation hockey with his devil fruit, bro, is not to be fucked with. Like legit, not to be fucked with.
Well, again, that's what I said. Like he could hear people islands and islands away.
No, but not even that though. But you gotta think about it because when because when you're moving, right, your brain sends electric waves to your body, to the rest of your body, so you can react.
Yeah, I mean, but we didn't see it. That
what's even crazier?
I feel like when you bring up
no. Listen, Paint. It sounds like Paint, but the thing is, he's gonna know which one has the real Cracker soldier into it at all times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then again, Cracker's armament hockey is so strong, and NL doesn't have armament hockey. Period.
How are they touching him? You haven't answered my question. How are they touching him
via
He's too fast,
hockey.
though. That's the thing, though. He was way too fast.
If Luffy was able to catch up to him and touch him and kick him and punch him, then you best believe.
But the thing about it, I mean, but like, I hate to say this, but it's so true. I mean, it's Luffy, man. Like Luffy is literally the hard counter for that.
You can say that. You can say that for Cracker and Category because
you realize what another thing that they grounded Enel was he was there to protect the ship. Any other situation where he doesn't have something to protect, he can go wherever the fuck he wants and fight you. But he needed this. He was staying on the ship because he was there. He was there to leave with the ship. You know what I'm saying? That was
and then let's not forget
at a plot point in the story. You know what I'm saying? And then it moved to the bell. Yeah. Now he's going back to the bell. So
and then let's not forget when somebody was talking shit.
Do whatever the fuck you want, like Dofi had. Dofi could do whatever the fuck he want because he was there. That was his spot.
But then again, Dofi is fast.
No. I'm not saying. I'm not comparing speed. I'm just talking about their ability in their arc to go where the fuck they want. And Nell did that until
but that was hella nice, bro.
He went wherever he wanted to go, right? Until he started the ship, and until he started the ship, and that's when he met with Luffy. And from that point, he had to stay at the ship until the Golden Bell ship.
Yeah, so the thing about saying Enel was hella nerfed, you can say that about every person Luffy fought. You can say
I'm not talking about
that.
Bring it back.
No, for what Pain said.
Power nerf or something.
Do you think Katakuri can? Why did Katakuri beat Mihawk?
Katakuri? Probably. I mean, yes.
Let's not focus on his lightning.
Right? Okay, hold up. Before we go any further, we see an ape just joined us. What's good, Mr.
What's good, Ape?
What's up? What's going on? I know you guys are talking about Henry, but what's the literal discussion?
You're hiding a child.
We're just Warlords right now. I know about Warlords, but then it kind of deviated to NL just because NL kind of came up, so we couldn't talk about NL. But the main discussion is about Warlords and just our thoughts on
y'all hear about that Jimmy Butler incident?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, we did. But let's say that's
let's say that's later on. Hey, but go ahead.
Didn't Oda come out and say though?
Mihawk and Kuma beat it now, but I'm not sure about the other Warlords.
Wait. Kuma beat it.
Kuma's definitely.
We'll get there.
Kuma is faster.
Wait. We'll get there. Hey, before we go with Hemmings, real quick, your thoughts on Warlords, their importance, and what you think about them as far as how they'll play out in the story.
I like them. They're cool. One of my favorite characters is literally a former warlord in Crocodile. So, I like that. I like the system. The system was always interesting to me because the Shichibukai is part of the three powers, along with the three Marine Admirals and the Yonko. So, the world government kind of using these pirates in a sense to kind of keep a balance of power. So, like, it has a very, very importance in the story and stuff. So it's really essential. But other than that, I mean, case by case scenario. Like I might like some more than others. Like I like Boa Hancock a lot. Like she's dope. I'm not a fan of Kuma, but I've always really liked the Niku no Mi. I always thought that was a cool ability because he can repel some stuff that are like intangible, like pain and fatigue. So I was wondering if you can do that with stuff like memories and emotions. So I also thought his ability was cool. I hope they explore it a bit more later. Yeah. But yeah, I fuck with them. They're cool.
What do you think is the strongest one?
Damn, that was you just gave it.
That was a big ass go palm.
It's simple. It's simple, right? Mihawk. You just
don't say Buggy. You're trash.
Bro, Buggy.
Let her answer.
Yeah, Mihawk is probably the go-to answer. But I do think Boa Hancock is a lot stronger than people.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait, has Buggy ever lost a fight besides to Luffy?
When has Buggy ever won a fight? When has Buggy ever won a fight? That's a better question. When has Buggy won a fight?
Okay.
Never lost.
The only reason Buggy is a Shichibukai is because he has the ex criminals from Impel Down and the fact that he was on Roger's shit. Other than that, Buggy is weak as all shit.
Buggy is trash. Absolute garbage.
He shouldn't be here at this point.
Just like
no, that's not how Oda's gonna rate him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Just again, real quick,
it's not our story.
It's not our story. The only two people who have ever beat Zoro are Mihawk and Buggy, so keep in mind about that.
Fuck
oh my god! I can't stand these
Listen. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Hey, Buggy by Zoro. That's a fact.
He's literally a fucking top man. Wait, that was before Zoro had hockey, and that's literally a fucking. He's like literally a hard
You know what? You guys know what's about this? Buggy beats Mihawk. I don't even care. Buggy beats Mihawk. I said it here first.
Oh my god!
I said it here first.
Hold up.
I said it here first. Hey, what? Okay. Okay. One last question. What can Mihawk do that will hurt Buggy?
Punch him.
Nothing.
Punch him.
What do you mean?
Punch him.
What's he gonna do? Because
wait. This nigga with arm and hockey, nigga. He dead.
How? What's something else? Again,
disliked and unsubscribed.
He hockeys up his hand. Matter of fact, nigga, all he has to do is hockey up his sword. All he has to do is hockey up his sword and then smack him with the blunt side of it.
No, his sword is not
but
it's push. But Buggy, Oda himself said that Buggy would be super powerful because, he just lazy. Because when you think about it, I mean, he was on the Pirate Queen's crew. He could have got trained by them, but he was just too lazy and dumb.
Bro, they literally said, I guess, in each crew, there's just at least one blemish. Like, they literally said that. Like, Buggy is trash. The only reason Buggy is even thought about is just because of his connections and where he was.
I mean, Buggy,
because he knows things, because he was on because he was on Which Color's crew. Like, that's the only reason. And then with the Impel Down escape, that's the only reason. Like, Buggy is a cold bitch.
I mean, Buggy is pretty smart.
Buggy has a lot of connections to a lot of strong people. Like, with him talking to strength, like people, how they're like Buggy Sama. They're looking at it, they think it like he's like on par. So like his portrayal to like some of the other people, it makes it seem like he's a lot bigger than he really is. But obviously, as a reader, that he's like it's basically a dramatic.
I mean, he got the blue treatment,
but.
He got the
but Buggy is fucking entertaining. That's my boy. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I'll say as of right now, Buggy low key has gotten a little bit weaker as far as his influence because he did lose Hydruzen and Hydruzen's army.
His giants. Yeah, for his operation.
So he kind of is. I'll say hurting right now or lacking a little bit now because he did lose his best worker or whatever.
The nigga was always lacking. What?
Oh wait,
Buggy is pretty cunning. He's pretty cunning, dude.
I mean, no, Buggy's smart because if you're gonna be that damn weak, you gotta be smart.
What were we talking about?
At this point, Buggy.
No, before we got into the Buggy thing.
I was just gonna ask, who do y'all think would be the lower tier? Who would be in the lower tier for the Shichibukai?
Moria, clearly. Buggy.
I hate Moria. Oh my god,
I don't know. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and doubt Moria because we can say Moria.
I like his ability, but Moria is so trash. I cannot stand
but
Moria.
I mean, he say he's trash, but he's
Moria
the
got
only,
a top 3 laugh, okay?
It's never that. It's never that. It says Moria did also do something no one else can do in the series. He soloed the entire crew by himself. He did solo the entire crew.
Kuma did.
This is unpopular opinion, but I think the lower tier.
It wasn't the whole crew. It wasn't the whole crew. Like Moria literally soloed the entire crew. So 1 through I think it was 7 at the time. 1 through 7 at the time. He soloed them all at the same exact.
Well, people tend to forget that.
Wait, you talking about with oars? Are you talking about with oars? Because it surely wasn't just him fighting them.
Is that something Moria has with him? Is that something Moria could do? If it is, then hey, that's Moria.
But I mean, but that's the thing. Like that's like I hated Thriller Bark. Like Thriller Bark is like one of the worst arcs to me. I'm just gonna, because I hate Thriller Bark. The only redeeming qualities of Thriller Bark is literally Kuma, the Zoro moment. And Brook and the fight with Zoro and Ryuma. That was literally the only things that I cared about in that entire arc.
What about the background with Laboon though? Laboon and
I'm saying you tripping.
Stuff. Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Thriller Bark gets a bad rap a lot. I kind of get why, but there's a lot.
I hate Thriller Bark. I despise Thriller Bark.
I'm not gonna tell you how to feel about it, but Thriller Bark is a good arc though.
Like when I went back and watched it like 3-4 times. I even tried to go back and read some of the chapters, but I couldn't do it.
I'm gonna ask you
like,
this though, Pain. Do you enjoy the One Piece comedy like that? Do you really fuck with the One Piece comedy?
Yeah, I do.
Then how come you don't like Thriller Bark? Because
Thriller Bark was supposed to be, because to me Thriller Bark was supposed to be this scary place where everybody's like, it's weird, it's this, that, and the third, but it wasn't scary.
Bruh,
it wasn't supposed to be scary. It wasn't supposed to be It wasn't supposed to be scary.
Weak, bro.
I'm saying it wasn't supposed to be scary. Really, you know, right? It wasn't supposed to be scary at all.
That shit was so funny, bro.
Honestly, I don't even think it was that funny. Like, I think what was the funniest arc to me?
Amazon Lee.
Probably when they met Chopper. That was like hilarious.
Chopper?
Drum Island?
Drum Island?
Yeah, Drum Island.
You serious?
Bro, that shit was hilarious.
Tell me about that.
Bro, that shit was hilarious.
Drum Island was funny. Hold on. Drum Island was sad. Drum Island was mostly sad.
I have a dark sense of humor. So maybe that's why. Like, I think dark shit is funny. Like, I think somebody get hit by a car. That's hilarious to me.
That's funny too to me, but still, Drum Island didn't have Drum Island wasn't all that. I mean,
bro, the feels.
We gonna hook you up, bro.
But back to Moria. This is okay. So all the people say Moria's lower tier. Why is it low tier? Why is Moria low tier?
Because Jordan, people don't like Moria, and that's literally
no.
Because hold on, one second. I just think one thing I think people overlook a lot is that he used, like, I'm not going to tell you, like, I don't know when in his career, but he used to be rivals with Kaido at one point in time.
It was a one-sided rivalry, but that's
you don't know that. You don't know that.
We don't know. I'm gonna take your word.
All we know is that they say they're equal.
Kaido won the rivalry and demoralized him and sent them back to paradise. But
here's the thing. Moria, at the end of Marineford, was at his full power, ready to gather the dead soldiers and start up a new force, a new prowess. But what did the world government say to Doflamingo? They said they should dispose of Moria, even though he was still in his all. He could give it his all. But then again, they just deemed him as someone who's too weak to hold the title.
Because he did get weaker in power because of his mentality. Even Jinbei was like, bro, you haven't been training or nothing. Like, you haven't.
Well, that's why he's on the lower tier.
Yeah, but I'm not even trying to say that he's higher tier. I'm just saying that he's just someone who gets dismissed purely based off the fact that people just didn't like Mario.
And with what we were shown, he's lower tier.
Yeah,
but like maybe what he could be like. He could possibly be higher, but for now he's lower tier.
I'm just saying. My thing is, people like saying use the feats. This person had this feat, that feat. Well, Mori had one of the best seasons in the story. When like I said, he soloed the entire
Like,
crew.
he doesn't even have control.
And have a death
Bro, but okay, if you take away ores, bro, if you take away ores.
You can't just take
away
away someone's power.
You can, because I say you take that take away something.
You can take away ores. You can take away ores for the simple fact that ores was something that he had to go out and find. It's not like some shit that he had. It's not like a part of his power that he already had. It's not like if you say his doppelganger, cool.
But he was
because it wasn't even his shadow.
But he infused Luffy's shadow into it, and because of the doppelganger, he's able to make him
No,
stretch.
I got to know it. So again, take away Big Mom's Vivi card on Hokkien Island. What happens to Luffy and them? What happens?
Oh, they get fucked. They get fucked.
Okay, then you can't take away because
that's no. Matter of fact, they don't get fucked. They get raped. Like they get legit raped. I mean, it's a plot point. It's a plot point. No, bro, it's a plot point. It's a plot point. I'm still just because it's a plot point does not make it a good plot point.
I mean, well, Zeus is a power for Nami. Y'all
hate Whole Cake, and I love Whole Cake. Whole Cake is one of my favorite albums.
Wait, hold up. Before we derail, let's just say Mario's not weak, but he just doesn't compare to the strongest warlords.
Let's just say
What warlord? Let me ask you a question. Besides Buggy, what warlord is he beating, Jordan?
None.
I think the weakest warlord. This is an unpopular opinion, but I think the weakest warlord is Crocodile. So.
Crocodile is a monster.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. Okay, you know what? That's a good segue. All right. Okay. Wait. Put on my crocodile cape. Wait. Let me go further. I want to say this. I'm gonna set the stage real quick because you all know about Crocodile. We don't have the arguments. We don't have the discussions. We don't seen all the videos. I'm gonna set it here. We know Crocodile versus Luffy. We know what happened. In my humble opinion, Crocodile is a top tier warlord. Granted, because of betrayal and how early he got beat in the story, people will say he is trash. But
the thing about it is, Jordan, the thing about it is, even then, we know, why I think that Crocodile has armament hockey, for the simple fact that at least when Doflamingo was fighting him and Doflamingo cut off his head, we know that Doflamingo has armament hockey. So if Doflamingo has armament hockey and it didn't kill him when he cut off his head, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then plus
does he coat the strings in armament hockey?
No. Yeah, he did. The 16 holy bullets.
But that was those. I'm talking about the regular.
I don't think he did.
I don't think that he. I don't know if is my mic low or something. I don't know.
But you're good.
The thing about this is my biggest problem with Marineford. Even though I love that arc, it's just that the portrayal of hockey was so stupid because every time it was used, we had to be told through exposition. I know there's an invisible type of hockey that can be explained. That I've seen it. I understand that. My biggest issue that hold on. My biggest issue that happened in Marineford is that. So remember, like when Vista and Marco pull up on Akainu, he goes, "Oh, how annoying,
bro.
Hockey users! Oh,
I hate that.
Whitebeard attacked the platform. Oh wait, they're okay. They protected it with hockey." I'm like, bro, if you don't fucking show me this shit right now, so then we get to go to the time skip, and now we see Buso hardening. I'm like, yes, finally, now I can physically see this. But then I went, wait a minute, not one motherfucker in Marineford used this, and this is like a basic technique in New World, and that shit.
Most likely just made that shit up.
Portrayal pre-time skip is all bad. For one, like we had talking about Crocodile. Crocodile is if Crocodile was shown later on, he would have probably.
Not even that. The thing that pisses me off about Crocodile was literally so fucking nerfed. It was ridiculous. Like he was literally so goddamn nerfed. Like. If you take in one fight, this nigga sucked everything out of Luffy. Pause.
Big
pause. And then the next fight, he doesn't even use the same ability at all. Like, why, my nigga? Why?
I think you're misinterpreting Crocodile looking cool with him being like this top tier SHICHIBUKAI.
No, I think the easiest issue is just that he lost to not even just pre-time skip Luffy, he lost to pre-gear Luffy, and that just rubbed people the wrong way, so they tend to look down on him for that reason. But I think seeing him in Marineford and Impel Down kind of proved that obviously him having being lost doesn't discredit what he is in the overall verse, which is kind of something I like that Oda kind of does. Even though someone loses and you think, oh well, Luffy shouldn't have beaten them now, it doesn't really take away from their overall capabilities in terms of what they can do against other people.
But that's the thing though. Everybody gives Crocodile shit because he lost to Free Gear Luffy. But let's not forget this nigga killed Luffy like 3 fucking times before Luffy even tried to. Let's not forget that.
When I say I think he's like the weakest, doesn't mean I'm saying he's weak, because they could be.
I'm not. Whether or not you think he's weak really doesn't mean bother me. He's gonna be my favorite character regardless. He got drip. That's my nigga. But like, the thing about it is like I don't think Crocodile is a brawler. He's not good at brawler. And when Luffy pull up on him in the tomb, that fight became more physical, more hand, and I just don't think that's his specialty. His specialty is using his Sino no Mi, and it's yeah.
Do you think post time skip he got stronger in that aspect?
Like with
I don't
know, but I think at the very least, I think now you're gonna see Hockey for sure, and then 2, I always said that post learning about awakening Devil Fruit, he had boasted some of the like highest Devil Fruit mastery with him able to be turning shit into sand and sucking up like moisture and whatnot. Like he took that ability and made it pretty versatile. So I think probably if you see him again, he'll be like legitimately awakened. So that'll be cool.
Crocodiles on the lower could have got stronger, but so could the other Shichibukai gotten stronger too. But
no, we didn't see that they didn't.
Like Crocodile's on the lower tier just because the shonen formula. Like he got beat by Luffy like way back in the past.
Then again, you got like time skip, bro. Time skip surely made.
Yeah, but you don't know how strong he got during time skip.
I mean, but the thing is, if we know Hockey Bloom's in his heat of battle, he took an L, and then he's in a new world. He's in a new world now. Because I mean, we've seen that.
Like, he went to the new world right after Marineford.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If he
went back to the New World. He's been there before.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of why I'm like this is like I said, like the use of hockey like pre-time skip just bothers me wrong because like there's some people I'm like you have no business not having been using shit like Buso.
Yeah,
this is
I agree.
This is a staple. This is like a basic necessity just to be somebody in the New World. Everybody's using this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, that's my biggest issue with Marineford.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that right
It's now. Like substitution jutsu in Naruto.
Because people will be like, oh, you didn't think about it yet. Oh, like that's. So Oda didn't have like his energy system for the war arc ready. Like that's not a good thing, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, what I think is I don't think it's like because it's confirmed that Ace had armament hockey, but I don't think Ace had armament hockey. You know why I say that? Because when he fought Smoker, why the fuck didn't he actually hit Smoker? Why was it just too?
Bro,
why was it just?
That was a king.
Remember back.
It wasn't. Oh, okay.
That was only on the anime.
Wait, remember back when Smoker
they fought
was shocked that he didn't know hockey. Smoker, a captain, a Commodore at that point.
I mean, it's already confirmed Ace has.
Well, no, he didn't know what hockey was. He didn't know what hockey was because he was like, how did she hit me? Oh, that's the hockey. You know, in the same breath, he said, oh, that's the hockey of the Kuja. No, I think he was saying that as far as her hockey strong enough to actually hurt him.
No, Bang. If you want, I can bring the panels. But what he said specifically is, how can she hit me? And then
when I'm smoke, yeah.
And then, that's exactly what I said. And then someone else mentioned, oh, the Kuja hockey, not him. He was shook, and he was a Commodore, bro. He was a rank under vice admirals or rear admiral.
Maybe he just was surprised that she had the ability of hockey. Like what? How does she know hockey or something like that?
That's what I was thinking. That he just was. The way I interpret it was, he knew about hockey because, like, I don't know, maybe it was different in the manga, but when I watched in the anime, it was like, you know, it gave a better portrayal as far as, okay, oh, how did she hit me? Oh, okay, that's the hockey of her clan.
Yeah, from my point of view, if anything, I see that scaffold as a point to solidify what Hemmings was saying with hockey portrayal pre-time skip was bad. It was trash.
It was trash. It was absolute trash.
There was
because there was like it was a whole different name.
You've been to the New World, came back to Paradise. It's like, nigga, you don't have no boost on, no nothing. Like, come on. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear in a data book. Oh, Ace had armor, nigga. You can do it. You use it. You show it. Fuck off.
Exactly.
No, but see, not even that. But not for nothing. Like when
And obviously, he doesn't. It wasn't shown because Oda didn't have like the concept of hockey.
That's exactly what I think. It wasn't. It was either thought about it later or he hadn't fully fleshed it out until in the New World.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't even think he's fully fleshed it out now. But what I was about to say was like, for somebody like Moria, this is another thing that really rubbed me the wrong way. If Moria was quote unquote Kaido's rival, why the fuck didn't he have armament hockey?
But you keep talking about it as if he knew that he had hockey in his
we don't know about all that. Like, that's
that's something we don't know nothing about. So it's just gonna be a bunch of speculations. Yeah, and I want to take a minute out of y'all's time and address Hemmings. Bro, we gotta talk about how mid My Hero is later on the street.
Hey,
oh no, we're not gonna do it. Oh, hold on, we're not
finna do it. Wait, I ain't caught up. I'm not caught up.
Neither am I, but we gonna slander anyway.
We're not finna do it. No, we're not finna do this. We're not.
We're doing it later on.
We're not finna do that. Oh no, we're not on that right now.
Somebody gotta speak the truth, bro. These people are.
Oh no, we're not.
Yo, that fan base is going nuts.
Exactly.
This shit is fucking MIB pack.
Hey, y'all seen bro, hold up, Jordan. Y'all seen in Twitter people are asking this Shueisha to bring
I'm not finna sit here and have y'all do this. Listen, y'all not finna sit here and do this to my hero. We're not finna sit here and do this.
Hey, we do it.
I mean, the one thing I will say about My Hero is like the epic fights. The fights that are supposed to be so epic are basic as fuck.
Hey,
the All for One versus All Might was basic. I'm sorry.
Bang. We'll do a stream on My Hero, and if you want in, of course, cool.
My Hero is action packed.
Okay, you know what? I'm getting. You know what? Listen, you know what? Just for this, I'm getting Orphe. Hey,
Orphe got Jordan on Twitter.
Jordan, go get whoever you want.
Okay, but I'm getting.
No, Orphe. I mean, I'm just saying that. Like, I think sometimes One Piece has the same flaw, though. Like, as far as like the action. Like, I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe I'm spoiled because of Bleach, Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, like the choreography, like the fight choreography be like so stale to me. Maybe like punch.
It depends it depends on the fight. Like, I could for example, like that. People really underestimate how good Das Bones versus Zoro was in the manga. Especially when Zoro begins to get frustrated, all right, and he starts to literally just try to hit Das, which is harder and harder to cut through him. If you really take in the ferocity and the fluidity and how relentless he is in attacking Das Bones and how it's really clear to see the sequence of events that's happening in that fight, he was actually in his bag in terms of choreography.
Oh no, but I mean, I'm not saying all of them.
I'm just saying, like, but just like I said, he's kind of hit or miss. Like, so there's some times where like it's just kind of it's hard to tell what's happening. Like I'll say with the Katakuri fight again, whether or not you don't like how it went in terms of the writing. Visually, if he was in his bag again during that.
No, this fight is amazing,
bro.
Like, aesthetically, it was amazing.
Yeah. It was amazing. And then Rob Lucci one was really good as well. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like
I feel like the anime saved the Rob Lucci fight.
I mean, the manga one's really good too. Like people like one part that I really like about that fight too is like when Lucci uses the Madara, right? When like the spots attack where he's like trying to stab him with his finger. If you look carefully, Luffy has like his index finger and middle finger slowly open to let the finger slide in it so he can catch it. He's not actually punching his fucking nail. He's letting it slide through so he can catch it and not get stabbed. And I'm like, I like that attention to detail. There's a lot of shit like that people don't catch.
Well, I mean, see, I'm not really a big manga guy because I can't really follow the action like that. Like the choreography be like, I'll think something's happening, and then when the anime comes out and shows the fight, I'll be like, oh, I'm completely thinking it was something else. Like with the whole Katakuri fight, like I didn't understand what the fuck Luffy was doing when he was holding his mouth shut. But now in the recent episode, he makes sense.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to make noise so like they wouldn't be worried about him. But I understood that though. But yeah, that could be. I could understand how that could have been a little bit confusing.
Yeah, so it's like so certain stuff like that can like really confuses me. Like so it's just like so that's why I say like a lot of sometimes like it's so basic. Like not saying that the fights aren't good, bro, but I'm just saying like as far as the choreography would be basic. Like when you take some shit like Obito versus Kakashi, that shit was flames.
In Madara versus the Alliance, the
Yeah, and the Madara versus the Alliance, like that choreography was just nasty. It was just fucking crazy. But but
there's
when you
also the writing, and the writing there was I don't even want to discuss it at this point.
I mean, because like a lot of people don't like the fight between Katakuri, like the way Katakuri and Luffy was written, but I love it. Like I honestly think that this is better than the Rob Lucci fight. And a lot of
Hey,
people
what's
like,
up with this cheeseless pizza joke?
Nah. We're
Hey,
not doing that right now.
hey,
Jesus Christ.
We're not doing that.
hey.
Nah,
Bro,
you get so much.
People were DMing me, nigga. You eat pizza with no cheese? Fuck, oh, go.
Wait, is the no cheese person? Is the pizza no cheese person in here?
No cheese on the pizza.
Can I tell you guys something real quick? Bro, we were eating right at a Yoshinoya, and then these dudes walk up to us. He's like, "Yo, you guys want a pizza?" And then we're like, well, I don't know. And then he's like, "Oh, it has everything. We just ate off everything at the top. Like they literally ate the cheese, the pepperoni. The only thing they left was the actual bread from the fucking pizza, bro."
God, they treating you like pigs, bro. Y'all eating their leftovers and shit?
No, bro, they just random people.
Hey, but look, whoever just like the who don't like cheese on their pizza, they probably like, yeah, that shit good.
Well, I tried to explain it. I don't know if anyone took it in, but I'm literally
lactose intolerant.
I'm extremely lactose, and I also do not like cheese. So it's not like you know what I'm saying. So I'm not even a pizza guy. So it's just one of those things where it's like, if someone's gonna order it and I want to get my own, I'll get mine without cheese. And
I think you're using mad headcanon when you say you don't like cheese.
Yeah, you are using hella headcanon because if you extremely lactose, how do you know that you really don't like cheese?
Because I don't like the way that it tastes, and I don't like how it's stringy. Like you think I haven't eaten cheese before?
Really? Hey, look, not all cheese is stringy. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know. That's how you know you. That's how you know
cheese
you
on the
know
pizza is stringy.
I'm not a dairy guy, anyways. I mean, you guys can call my own taste buds headcanon, I guess, if you want. I'm gonna stick to my own guns and live my life the way I want to live.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, bro.
But real quick, so I guess we're going to finish out the discussion. And I guess
get off of him for the cheeseless pizza, man.
What do y'all think about pre-surgery Kuma? Because everybody has them ranked different levels.
Pre-surgery Kuma? I mean,
pre-surgery Kuma.
I think he's low different. I mean, honestly, I think he's low different. What's his name? I think he's low different Dofi.
Low different.
Yeah. I honestly think he's low different Dofi. Yes.
Bro,
yes. This motherfucker trained with This nigga is a revolutionary army with a broken ass devil fruit. This nigga can, no matter how much damage this nigga Dofi do to him, he go like, okay, you take my pain out. Come here.
That'd be a good fight.
But he's not low different.
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't.
Bro, I swear. I don't know.
I don't know, but I would pay to see that. That'd be interesting.
Hold on, wait, break it down. Okay, so if you like Kuma, a Kuma fan, what does Kuma have that sets him apart from anybody else?
Let's go one by one.
Powerful.
Let me give you real quick to the question before. This is how bad the drop off was. Kuma before the surgery is like D Rose. He was the MVP, but after the first knee injury, it just went downhill from there, bro.
Kind of. I mean,
I don't think he got weaker. I just think he's not been utilized.
We're talking like he still has his sanity, but he's still part cyborg, right? So he has his lasers bit too.
I think so.
Because you said pre-surgery, so you mean like literal, just all human?
Okay, I got you. Okay, let's go with all human. Let's do it like this. Let's do all human, and then pre.
That's the thing, though. I don't know how Kuma was when he was a complete human being. I've only seen Kuma as a cyborg, so I can't.
Okay, got you. I got you. In that case, just use cyborg then.
Before the pre when people say pre-surgery, because there was a surgery that went down 5 days before Marineford, and that's when he became completely a cyborg. But we're talking like Thriller Bark Kuma or Savage.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta give my list so I can tell y'all where Kuma gets placed. At first, it's going to be Teach, then Mihawk, then Weevil, and then Kuma. That's where I got him at.
Hey, I mean that's good. Hey, but while we're at it, let's just rank the let's just rank the Shichibukais and finish off the stream with that.
Let's do it. All right, bet. Let's go ahead and do it one by one. Okay, bet. Let's rank them.
So we are counting Teach then. So anybody who has for any reason been a Shichibukai, are counting them.
I got him.
Yes, no, I don't want to count. I don't think we should count Teach just because Teach is Yauzo.
Yeah.
He
wasn't even there. I'm counting him. No, I'm counting him without the girl. So this is Teach when he just had the darkness fruit.
Yeah.
This is
honestly.
I still have him first. I still have him first over Mihawk personally.
You know,
I don't think. To be honest, I think the people who really have the most trouble with Blackbeard is the people who have devil fruit. Because if you don't have a devil fruit, he can't really control you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he can't pull you in because you don't have a devil fruit.
I mean, I wonder how Kuma
could still pull you in.
Actually, he still can. Yeah, he still can. He still saw Marineford. He still pull you in. Oh my God, the legend himself. Oh man.
What's that?
Is that Toddy? Hey, shit. Hey, Toddy. While we're at it, bro, who do you think is the strongest one?
The strongest who?
Shichibukai. Out of all of them, former and new.
Obviously Mihawk. That's Zoro's penultimate goal. Or is
Toddy, goddammit, get off Zoro dick, please.
Nigga, you're not about to have the third strongest nigga as the first mate's goal, man.
You don't think Teach is stronger than him?
Who?
Teach?
Blackbeard.
I think Teach would beat him personally.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm not telling you wrong to think that. I'm just saying that if I was a betting man and they had to fight, I put money on Teach.
But see, the thing about it is my thing with Teach is Teach takes too much damage. And yes, he may be a tank, but if he's taking so many, but I mean, like with Mihawk swordplay is nasty, bro. And then when you add Haki with those world's strongest slashers, bro, I don't think he's getting up after 2 million of them shits, bro. Because it's like the moment he goes down, I don't think Mihawk is the type of nigga that's just gonna be like.
Took a quick
oh my God,
to the face and got back at 2 seconds.
From a weakened Whitebeard who's been stabbed, shot, half his face is blown off.
Hold on.
That's what he took.
Are you guys talking about Teach at the time of that? Wait.
Whitebeard is another DC to split the island in half and take out Kanu. After all that you just said, he took out Kanu and split the island in half and destroyed the base.
He didn't take out Kanu though. He beat the shit out of Kanu, but he didn't take him out.
And I mean, what is your definition of taking out?
I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
Because he walked that nigga to the dumpster.
He benched his ass.
Like he
I mean, what I'm saying
until after he died. After he died, he came back. Before Whitebeard died, Kanu was MIA because of Whitebeard. He was MIA.
Nigga, he was hiding. He was hiding, waiting for somebody to do something about it. He came. When did he come back out? Right when that nigga died. Right on time. That wasn't a coincidence. But were you guys putting Marshall in the category for Shichibukai? Because if so, he's definitely the strongest.
Yes. I'm saying you were saying import down Blackbeard. Yeah.
They were saying before. We're saying for Teach though, he only has a Yami Yami no Mi. He doesn't have the girl.
Yeah.
Okay, then no, he's not the strongest.
I think Mihawk will still edge him out.
I think there's plenty of warlords that wouldn't get one shot by Magellan. Plenty of warlords that wouldn't get one shot by Magellan.
Well, I think that's just he.
Actually, hold on. Well, actually, I disagree with that because again, this is a whole different discussion, different time. I think Magellan will actually be 95% of the whole One Piece verse because of his fruit.
I'm not gonna go that
within that 5% is some of those warlords.
I'm not gonna that far, Jordan, but he gets underrated a lot, and he had that whole motherfucking prison running away from him. That nigga is dangerous.
Facts. He had everybody. Blackbeard,
everybody.
Ibarkov. He again,
like if you are the warden.
I mean, it was a prison full of
that's
weaklings.
People like Shiki and stuff. Like, trust me, you that nigga. Like,
it just depends. It honestly just depends on how long you can last against this nigga. Because if you can last until this nigga got a good shit, you won.
Yo,
Blackbeard hits hard, man.
It's hard. I think I'm gonna have to end the stream because I got some shit to do right away. Y'all can talk after the stream, of course. We're streaming tomorrow. I think we're streaming tomorrow.
About what? Oh yeah.
We'll figure something out, but we streaming.
No, actually, no. Those things. That's not what I want to do. I just want to, have a discussion. Next stream we're gonna do commanders because that's something I've been wanting to get on my chest for a minute. So we're gonna do commanders next stream.
What else you got on your chest, Jordy?
Simple. Supernovas, Admirals, Yonko. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jordan had in a child too.
Shout out
to I want to be honest, the people who I want to really talk about is like the new worst gen. Like people who are like the new worst generation. Like I don't think that we've really had people like that. But I mean like Caribou